So the VNI West line, would be 800 metres or more off our farm, or it's going through our land, quite a bit of our land. So for the insurance purposes, if we were to insure all the paddocks it's looking to go through, it'd be about 800 acres. We'd be having trouble insuring because you can't insure very well under these lines. It makes it very difficult to farm.
Not to mention, you actually need special licences to be able to operate underneath these power lines. We need permits. Those permits aren't on a farm basis, they're on an individual machinery basis. So not to mention, it's going to be difficult to farm underneath these, but we also have a lot of legal operations we now need to consider, even to just do our daily tasks, our daily chores. So just to make our business operate, we have a whole lineup of legal documents to go through.
We definitely should have been consulted, and up to this point I don't feel like I have been consulted at all. We've had meetings with them, but the answers are very vague and they're just skipping around. Just consultation isn't a thing now.
Yeah, we haven't had any form of actual consultation. We've had greetings with them. We know who they are. We're not getting any new information, and by this time in the project they should have a lot more answers for us, and a lot more specific answers for us. This is going to affect a large portion of our lives, and I feel like we should have all the information ready at hand before they proceed.
Like, I remember speaking to one local farmer, and he said, that was, Marcy, this is really bad, isn't it? Like, this is going to be, this is going to happen, like nobody's going to listen to anything we have to say. And then just the complete lack of information. Like, they had a pop-up, van or something in St Arnaud installed, but they literally had teenage kids handing out pamphlets who couldn't answer any questions at all. Like, it was a complete, joke. But of course that's considered a consultation.
A couple of backpackers turned up at the supermarket in town, and they had an iPad and a wad of cash, and walking up and down the street out the front asking people what they thought of renewable energy. And they were getting a few people coming in, and they'd hand them the note, and they were doing I think it was just a tick the box sort of questions. When the questionnaire was done, they'd hand that person a $20 note. And I actually heard stories of these people going back to their houses, getting changed into different clothes, coming back and redoing the questionnaire. So they were obviously just paying them to put in the questionnaire what they wanted to hear.
I feel that questionnaire they took was about being able to say that this community supports renewable energy without anyone understanding what the questionnaires were related to. Obviously the questions are extremely biased. Most people just wanted $20.
I don't think that the government should be behaving the way they are. And I think that all Victorians should be, and all Australians should be really concerned about this, because, it's a slippery slope. Our property rights have been, extensively eroded with, ministerial orders and then changes to how the Planning Act is applied. There's all these things that are just slowly eroding our rights and our ability to protect our properties and our businesses, our homes.
If this goes ahead and it goes across our land, there's been talk it could devalue land by half. So our ability to borrow against that land, that will be a really big impact on us, because you get in the tight years when not much is grown, sheep aren't worth much, grain's not worth much or whatever. You need to be able to rely on the banks to be able to borrow a bit of money just to get you through the tough times. And if we can't borrow against our land, well, we're stuffed.
Farming is our lifestyle. It's not just a job. Everyone around here, our neighbours, our community, we live our lives on these farms. They're not just our businesses. And it is just appalling what we're going to have to put up with from government. Not to mention all of the preparation we have to go through if these do go up.
You have to get permits to use different agricultural things. You may not even be able to use them at all. We ask, how do you get, what's the process for those permits? Who's the authority of those permits? And the people who are coming to speak to us, originally from AMIO and now TCV, which is Transmission Company, have no answers to those questions. They say things like, it won't happen for a couple of years, we'll get you a fact sheet in a couple of years' time. Who runs a business like that? When we plan years and years ahead and potentially generations ahead, and this sort of industrial infrastructure owned internationally is the impact, it's going to be huge.